We have here verse 34 of the 11th chapter of the Gospel of John. Mary has come to Jesus at his request, his summons. Also along with her are those who have been weeping with her, and the way that the weeping is described is, of course, weeping that's out loud, is conspicuous, is somewhat dramatic, especially in the case of these who are, at least in some cases, probably professional mourners whose task it was to make quite a lamentation with respect to the loss of this individual life. And Jesus has seen this, he's observed it, and we saw in this rather enigmatic remark in the preceding verse that Jesus himself was disturbed, was angry, was really the term that's used there. And we commented to some degree on what was the sense of that. But in any event, now we reach the point where Jesus inquires as to the whereabouts of this burial, and we have it now, Kai, the connective, and apen, third person singular, aorist active indicative of lego, I say, second aorist, of course, in form, and so he said, and he said, pu. Pu here is an indeclinable adverb. It means where. It's used in an interrogatory sense here. So where, tethekata. This is from tithemi in the New Testament, very common. This is the second person plural. Perfect active indicative. So where have you placed him? The word tithemi can mean a variety of things, but all of them have the notion of placing something or putting something. It's interesting, Jesus doesn't say, where have you buried him, which might actually imply a little bit more of a permanent situation, but where did you put him? Almost as if the way you might ask a question of where did you misplace something, almost anticipating that Jesus is going to make short work of this particular aspect of what's happened to us. So where have you placed auton, him, the accusative, singular, masculine pronoun, the direct object of tethekata. So where have you placed him? They respond here, we have a legusen, third person plural, present active indicative of lego, I say, so they say, present tense, auto, the indirect object of that verb, the dative, singular, masculine, they say to him, curia, from kurios, Lord or Sir, the vocative case, of course, and then erku. Erku is the second person singular, present, middle, imperative, middle in form, although active in meaning in the deponent sense of this now. So it's imperative, come. This is the present, and then kai, the connective, ide. And this also is the imperative. In this case, it's the aorist active imperative. So come and see. They're going to take him now to the place where he's been buried. And this is going to be, of course, the circumstance in which this great miracle is going to take place.